Hello friends, today we take up Act 1, Scene 5 of the 12th night. This fifth scene is a bit longer, so I will cut it short wherever it is not important. The scene begins with the dialogue between Maria and Clown. You know it. Maria is the attending gentlewoman on Olivia, and Clown's name is Feste. So, Maria's speech: Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or I will not open my lips like this. Clown: let her hang me. So, Maria talks of hanging because he had been absent, and Clown says, let her hang me. So, I tell you that here there is a pun upon this word hang, because one word is hanging means killing, and the other is hang means wait. And the third meaning is that if a person is hanged, then he is saved from a bad marriage. So Clown's speech: let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world needs to fear no colors. No colors means no flags of the enemy. Maria: make that good means prove it. Clown: he shall see none to fear. Maria: a good lantern answer. I can tell thee where that saying was born of I fear no colors. Clown: where, good Mistress Mary? Maria: in the wars, and that may you be bold to say in your foolery. Clown: well, God give them wisdom that I have it, and those that are fools let them use their talents. Maria: yet you will be hanged for being so long absent, or to be turned away is not as good as hanging to you. Clown: many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage, and for turning away, let summer bear it out. So Maria gives him two threats that he will be hanged means punished for being absent from duty, and as far as throwing him out of job means then there is no problem, he will enjoy the summer season. Maria: you are resolute then. Resolute means decided, you are firm. Clown: not so, neither, but I am resolved on 2 points. Now, in next speech, Maria asks that if one break, the other will hold, or if both break, your gaskin fell. Means if there are two conditions given by him, that okay, if he is hanged, then he will be saved from a bad marriage, and if he is sacked from his job, then he will enjoy the summer season. So Maria is asking him, if both the conditions fail, then his pants will fail, means he will be in a difficulty. Clown: apt in good faith, very apt. Well, go thy way. If Sir Toby would leave drinking, thou wert as witty a piece of Eve's flesh as any in Illyria. Means he says you will be very intelligent woman if you could help Sir Toby leave drinking. Maria: peace, you rogue, no more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely. You were the best. So, peace means keep quiet. You rogue. Rogue is rascal, you dirty person. No more of that. So, you don't give me this type of instruction because Olivia is coming. Clown: Wit aren't be thy will, put me into fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very oft prove. So he prays to his wit, and he says that those people who think they have wits are indeed fooling, they are indeed fools, and they very often prove themselves to be fools. And I that am sure I lack thee, means if he thinks that he does not have the wit, may pass for a wise man. For what says Quinapellus? Quinapellus is a philosopher. Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. So, if there is a fool, then he needs to be witty, rather than there is an intelligent person who is foolish. Enter Olivia and Malvolio. God bless the lady. Olivia, take the fool away. Clown, do you not hear, fellows? Take away the lady. So Olivia is the mistress. Now she asks the servants to take the fool away, means take Feste away. But the clown says, do you not hear, fellows, means servants, the men attending on her, to take away Olivia herself, because she is a fool. Olivia, go to, you are a dry fool. I will no more of you, besides you grow dishonest. So go to means it doesn't mean very foolish. You are a dry fool. Dry means here it means boring. You are a boring fool, and I don't want you, because these days you have become dishonest. Clown, two faults, Madonna. Madonna, my lady, that drink and good counsel will amend. Amend means correct, reform. Forgive the dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry. So if you think that I am a dry fool, then please give me wine to drink, so that I will be wet. Bid the dishonest man mend himself. And so if there is a dishonest person, you ask him to be honest. If he mend, he is no longer dishonest. So if he corrects himself, then he will become honest. And if he cannot, then let the brocher mend him. And so if the dishonest man cannot correct himself, then the cobbler will repair him. Anything that is mended is but patched. So anything that is repaired is patched, it becomes second hand. Virtue that transgresses is but patched with sin. So any good a person of good quality, if he crosses the limit, then it is mixed with sin. And sin that amends is but patched with virtue. And so if a sinny person who makes corrections in his nature, then he is a virtue with some patches. If this simple syllogism will serve, so if it will not, what remedy? So this is a simple example, simple parallel. And so if it does not hold, then what is the solution? The lady bade take away the fool, therefore I say again, take her away. Because Olivia ordered to take away the fool, so the fool is asking Olivia herself to be taken away. Olivia, sir, I bade them to take away you. Clown, misprison in the highest degree. Lady, Cuculus non facit monachum. This is the Latin phrase which means the clown does not make the monk. Monk is a saint. So the clown cannot make people honest. That is as much to say, as I wear not motley in my brain. So he says motley is the uniform for the fool, but this motley is on my body, this is not this is not in my brain. So I am a fool by profession and not by my mind. Good Madonna, good madam, uh, give me leave to prove you a fool. Olivia, can you do it? Dexterously. Dexterously means with hard work. Good Madonna, madam. Olivia, make your proof. Means show me how you can do it. Clown, I must catechize you for it, Madonna. Good my mouse of virtue, answer me. So he says, to prove my point, I must ask you some questions. Olivia, well, sir, for want of other idleness, I will bide your proof. So the lady agrees to the questioning of the clown. Clown, good Madonna, why mournest thou? Means now this is everybody is talking about the mourning of Olivia for the death of her brother. Why are you mourning? I mean, your brother is dead and that is long ago. Now, why do you keep a mourning now? Good fool, for my brother's death. So, she gives the answer that she is keeping a mourning because her brother is dead. Clown, I think his soul is in hell, Madonna. So, madam, the fool is in fact trying to provoke Olivia. So he says, why are you mourning? Is his soul in hell? Then the lady answers, I know his soul is in heaven, fool. So she knows that her brother was a gentleman and so his soul must be in heaven. Clown, the more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentleman. So he says, madam, it is proved that you are a fool. Because when you say you agree that your brother is in heaven, then why do you mourn it? You should be happy that your brother is in heaven. So you are a fool and therefore you should go away. Olivia, what think you of this fool Malvolio? So lady is asking a question to Malvolio, who is her attendant. Does he not mend? Does he not improve? Does he not correct? Malvolio. Yes, and shall do till the pangs of death shake him infirmity, that decay the wise doth ever make the better fool. So Malvolio says that this fool has become, Feste has become old with weaknesses and therefore his mind is not healthy. Clown. So Feste answers this attack from Malvolio. God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity for the better increasing your folly. Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox, but he will not pass his word for 2 pence that you are no fool. So the clown attacks Malvolio and says, okay, if it is like this, then God, I request God to give you weaknesses so that your foolishness should increase. And as regards the cunningness of the fool, you can ask even a drunkard person like Sir Toby Belch that the fool is not a cunning person, but he will not say that you are not a fool. Means he will say that you are a fool. Olivia, how say you to that, Malvolio? Now Olivia asks Malvolio to answer the fool. Malvolio, I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such barren rascal. So he says, I am surprised, ma'am, that you take interest in this type of stupid and useless person like this Feste, who is the clown. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool that has no more brain than a stone. So, the other day he defeated a fool who has no brains. So, which is not an achievement. Look you now, he is out of his guard already, unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he is gagged. So, madam, if he is speaking, it is because of your support. Otherwise, he is silenced. He is beaten. I protest. I like these wise men that crow at these set kind of fools no better than the fools zanies. So he says, I don't agree that this type of wise people who take the profession of fools, and then they in fact far away from the shadows of being a professional fool, means this type Feste is not, say, like a professional fool. So he is ineffective in his job. Olivia, oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and free disposition is to take those things for bird bolts that you deem cannon bullets. There is no slender in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in a known discreet man, although he do nothing but reprove. So Olivia teaches Malvolio that his taste is rather distorted, because this type of professional fools, they don't use say criticism to insult anyone, but because they are licensed people, so they do censor, they do criticize other people, but that is harmless, or that is for mending an otherwise wise person, otherwise able person, so that they don't make any mistakes. And so this criticism by Feste or the clown is constructive, and that Malvolio should understand. Crown. Now Mercury and the with leasing for thou. Mercury is the god of cheating and lies. So Mercury must teach Malvolio how to tell lies, because he doesn't know how to tell lies. Maria, madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman, much desires to speak with you. Olivia, from the Count of Orsino, is it? Maria, I know not, madam, it is a fair young man and well attended. Olivia, who of my people hold him in delay? Maria, Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman. So Maria informs Olivia that there is a gentleman who has come to see her, but Sir Toby is stopping her. Toby is stopping her. Fetch him off, I pray you, he speaks nothing but madmen. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio, if it be a suit from the Count, I am sick or not at home, or what you will dismiss it. Exit Malvolio. Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old and people dislike it. So in the first part of her speech, Olivia orders Malvolio to drive the visitor away, saying that that Olivia is sick, or make any excuse and not entertain this visitor, because she thinks that it must be a messenger from Orsino the Duke, and she does not like Orsino. In the second part, she speaks to the fool and says that the fool has become boring now and people dislike it. This is the end of line 100, and I stop here, friends. The other part of this we shall take in the next lecture. Thank you.